So last week was a bit quiet. Unfortunately, all the other dames had problems with busyness and technological difficulties, and it meant that I was the only one who managed to get a video up last week. Yay me, I guess. So we're going to try again with reproductive rights this week because it's such an important topic. I don't want to just be the only one who puts up a video about it, and I know that all the other dames did actually research and even try and make videos in a lot of cases, but then they couldn't get them from their cameras onto the internet. Since I already had my big rant last week, I'm not going to say much more, but I didn't want to do no video this week, so I thought I'd throw in this extra bit about abortion. Growing up in Catholic education and then choosing to do philosophy at A-level and at university, I've had to write about abortion as a moral issue a fair number of times. One essay that I wrote on abortion in 2005 in my second year at university when I was 19, so probably still older than most of you, but there you go, that's because I'm pretty ancient. And in it I argue, because a lot of the debate surrounding whether or not abortion is moral is strongly based around whether a fetus counts as a person and where we define personhood. I mentioned in my last video that anti-abortionists are constantly trying to push abortion back to the point of conception. So they say you can't have one after 24 weeks, and then you can't have one after 20 weeks, and then you can't have one after 18 weeks, and then it's further and further back to the point where their ideal situation would be something that no one could have an abortion. Of course, people still would, they just wouldn't have them legally or safely. So this essay was based on the principle of getting rid of the whole is it a person, is it not a person shenanigans, and just arguing whether or not abortion is morally right or wrong, regardless of that. And the second argument uses a really interesting thought experiment, that you wake up one morning and you find that your circulatory system has been hooked up to an unconscious violinist by the Music Lovers Society. And they've done this because the unconscious violinist has a problem with his kidney, and the only way that he can survive is if he's hooked up to you for 9 months. Strangely enough. It's a bit like something out of Saw. I don't know, I don't watch horror films. Even though you would be killing him by taking back your bodily autonomy, he doesn't have a right to claim that over your body. And, you know, you don't have to... Anyone in that situation wouldn't be like, oh, well, I guess I'll just have to stay hooked up to this unconscious violinist for 9 months. And the argument that it makes through this ridiculous thought experiment is that regardless of whether or not the fetus or baby is a person, its right to life doesn't trump your right to bodily autonomy. So I thought I'd throw that out there. I'm going to put a link to the essay in the description bar for anyone who wants to read it. It's a wonder I ever got a degree. It includes a crowbarred-in Monty Python quote at the end, if that's anything to sell it by, or not. So I'm really looking forward to seeing the other dames' videos and what they have to say about this whole issue. And thanks for your comments on my last video. And I'm really interested to see how you feel about my awful 2005 essay, if you read it, or just about this unconscious violinist thought experiment. Ridiculousness. Anyway, see you next week. Bye. Going to Catholic school and studying religious studies, and then having to do